What's up guys, Bajheera here. So for this video I wanted to give you guys a quick character update about how my guy is doing now that we're level 42. So we've been having a lot of fun leveling. I know I've been taking it a little bit slower. We've been doing a lot of the quests, almost playing classic, kind of like adventure mode, you know, just whatever it seems interesting to me, whether it's quests or dungeons or world PvP or leveling professions or helping out guildies, whatever sort of seems interesting, that's what's been sort of guiding my character progression, guiding my game time, guiding my path, and that's been a really fun path to be on. It's been a good journey so far. We've got my character, like I said, leveled up to level 42. Even my professions are coming along just fine. I mean, I'm mining and skinning, like I said, mostly to make a fair amount of money, which has been good. We've been able to get my mount instantly at level 40. We have 50 gold as of right now. And it seems like as we continue to level, that gold just keeps rolling in. Now, we're not making like a ton of gold or anything like that, but it's plenty to pay for profession upgrades, to pay for skill upgrades, things like that. Even my cooking and first aid aren't looking too bad, so all in all, going pretty darn good. We can roll through my gear real quick. Unsurprisingly, I'm a level 40 warrior, so of course we look just like Herod from Scarlet Monastery, so we're doing something right. Right now we've got the Raging Berserker helm from Herod. This is from like Scarlet Monastery, or Scarlet Armory, basically. Really good helm. I know it's male still, and I have a plate helmet too. The plate helmet might be kind of nice for tanking, but the crit on this thing is just too good to pass up for a while, so I'll have to see at what point we can finally upgrade this thing. The Amberglow Talisman, I think this was from doing the quest in RFD. I think you get this talisman, and I got the one-handed sword along with that too. So that would be my sword and shield right here. We also got Herod's Shoulders from Armory. We have the Silky Spider Cape was from RFD, and we did get the Carapace of Tutankhamun, which is an awesome plate chest piece with 10 strength, 8 agility, 15 stamina, like super nice. This will be really good for me for a while, I would imagine. Rocking the fine cloth shirt, got the guild tabard. I like this tabard a lot, it looks really cool. We have the male combat arm guards, which is stamina and agility. This is just like a green drop. We have them enchanted with strength, and we have these, which are really similar. The Geoman, okay, not those. I probably need to find my plate bracer somewhere if they didn't get sold already. But I have some plate bracers that are like this. They're probably in the bank or something like that, but I need to get them enchanted to wear them. Gauntlets of Divinity. These come from a cathedral in Scarlet Monastery. A little bit of stamina. I have enchanted with strength, but a ton of attack power on those. Those are super nice gloves for male. So those are the kind of things that you're going to want to get out of Scarlet Monastery. Scarlet Belt is a green drop. Seems fairly common. Wasn't too hard to get this. And then we got the Scarlet Leggings. There are Scarlet Boots, but I never got those. But like stuff like this, you want Scarlet Leggings, Raging Berserker Helm, Herod's Shoulder. We have a Ravager in our bags too. We've popped that on for some dungeon AoE. But other than that, we're using Bone Biter. Bone Biter is a quest weapon. A lot of people are asking me, so when you get your Whirlwind Axe? This is actually better than Whirlwind Axe. What you do is you start a quest in South Shore. It sends you to Desolus to go kill some fairly high level, like level 38, 37, like skeletons. You kill those things, you come back, and then it gives you a quest to go to Scarlet Monastery, kill the bosses in Library, Armory, and Cathedral, and then you get this thing, which is awesome. I have it enchanted with weapon damage +7, which is pretty devastating, pretty strong weapon. Gonna be using this for a while, I would imagine. Maybe I'll get another weapon upgrade in Uldaman. We'll be doing that in a little bit. I have the Silvered Bronze Boots with a minor speed increase on there, which is so nice to be running down people in World PvP. So, shout out to my guildie, Veilsty, for hooking up those enchants. We have the Seal of Rin, which is from like the Dead Mines quest, still using that. And then we have Jaina's Signet Ring, or Signet Ring. 7 stamina, 3 strength, really solid ring, love that. That's my weapon, like I said. Here's just like a little ranged weapon. Definitely can upgrade that, but it's a fast attack speed, so it's good for like pulls and stuff like that. It's not as fast as a throwing weapon, but you know, it gets the job done. And then in terms of reputations, we're not doing too bad. We're already revered with Stormwind, and this, I guess this is the human bonus kicking in. Still have a lot of work on Darnassus to try to get my my rep up with those guys, so I can get that battle cap mount. But in terms of talents, this is pretty similar to what I talked about in my level 60 warrior PvP build video. We went for 2 points in deflect. Well, I guess we started with improved Ren, 2 points in deflection, Then we went for tactical mastery, anger management, but we didn't go into deep wounds and impale yet. We went for improved charge, improved overpower, 2 weapon specialization, the sweeping strikes, axe spec, and then into mortal strike. But we didn't go to mortal strike until we did put points in deep wounds, and then 1 point in impale, mortal strike, and then I finished out impale here. The reason why I did that is because when I was leveling, you don't really have that much crit to support impale and deep wounds, and you don't really have weapon damage to really benefit from deep wounds. But once you start getting a little bit better weapon, I think it's worth it. And you're going to fill out your arms tree anyway, so you can get mortal strike at 40. That's pretty much how that happened. What would end up happening though is I wouldn't have points in improved charge really, and I would be able to put up like 1 point in improved hamstring, basically, and then we'd go directly into the fury tree. But having 2 points in improved charge right now is not bad. Being able to charge in and get a sweeping strikes up really fast. There's there's been some pretty funny moments where you're able to charge in sweeping, like, you know, charge in blood rage sweeping strikes, swap immediately into Berserker Stance and Whirlwind like really fast in World PvP and just blast groups of people. That's been funny. And improved charge helps you do that. But I still think that improved hamstring, it might be like a little bit better of a choice for PvP. At least 1 point in this at some point would be awesome. But right now for leveling, I'm in the Fury tree. Gonna go into Cruelty, gonna go into Booming Voice, gonna go into Piercing Howl. Might put points in Blood Craze just for fun, or you could just invest them all in Battle Shout, and then you start putting as many points as you can into Enrage to fill out your tree. That's kind of what the plan is for my warrior moving forward. But we've got a little 60 warrior PvP build for you for that. Let's talk about macros for a second. I don't have that many macros, but the few of them that I do have, you guys might be interested in that. We have this guy right here, which is an interesting little script to show your nameplates further away. Those of you guys who might have noticed in my videos, you can see enemy players and mobs from pretty far away. What you want to do is you want to set this /run space set C var with parentheses, little quotation marks, nameplate max distance, quotation mark, comma, quotation mark, 6E1, quotation mark, parentheses. And you can make this a 4 if you want to. Some people are concerned that this could get you in trouble. I don't think so. But if you don't want to get in trouble, a good way to do this is don't probably set this more than 6, because then that is kind of the start to get your nameplates really far away. I don't know if that would cause an issue at that point, but just to be, you know, it also looks weird probably to be able to see mobs from super far away. But you can set this to a 4 if you don't want to see 60 yards away. It can be a 40 yards away. But that's how you edit your nameplate distance. Use this at your own risk. I think it should be fine. Haven't heard anything otherwise. But that's how that works, which is pretty nice for just, you know, seeing mobs at a normal 40-yard range like you can in BFA and things like that, or 60-yard range if you want to do it that way. Once again, there's add-ons that do this. They have like options. Not even add-ons do this. They have this like as an option to do this in BFA. So it's just, you know, making it a little bit more normal experience for me. Now these macros are the ones that I'm sort of like building these together. And I've talked about this in my warrior PvP build video before. Is that these macros really aren't too crazy. A lot of them are like stance swap or weapon swap macros. Nothing insane. And what I'm more interested in is you learning how to write a macro for yourself. And I think macros in this version of Classic are a lot easier to write than macros back in Classic, to my understanding. Because these are just the same thing as I'm used to, which is just basically you can just shift-click stuff out of your spellbook to make a macro. So for me, the only thing that's different is I have a hashtag show tooltip intercept. And that'll make, as long as you leave it like a question mark whenever you make the macro, it'll show the tooltip for this, right? It'll show the actual tooltip. I mean, you can make this whatever you want, and if you hover over it, it'll still be intercept. But show tooltip intercept. Now I'm just shift-clicking Berserker Stance, intercept, hamstring, and then I write a /start attack. Making /start attack macros is really nice for abilities that you want to press that, you know, maybe like you don't have enough rage to attack something, but when you press Mortal Strike, you still want your character to start auto-attacking them. So that sort of thing is going to look like a as a hashtag tooltip Mortal Strike, /cast Mortal Strike, /start attack. That's just some basic stuff. For abilities like Shield Wall, now you can macro in your Sword and Shield if you want to. I just don't have a set Sword and Shield yet, so I've just been using like a 2-button thing where I have one macro that will equip my Sword and Shield, and then I will have another macro that does Defensive Stance, Shield Wall. The same thing applies to like Retail, right? If I'm not in Battle Stance and I want to cast Retail, I want to be instantly put in battle stance and casting retail, and that's that's this basic macro. Once again, it's hashtag show tooltip, space whatever tooltip you want to see on this macro, and then whatever you want it to do. Cast battle stance, cast retail. So that's the same thing with shield block. I have a macro for that where it's show tooltip shield block. It'll cast revenge and shield block because shield block's not on the global cooldown. And then slash start attack. Those are the basic rules for macros. You can't have more than one global cooldown per macro, but if things aren't in the global cooldown, then you can, you know, put a bunch of abilities in the macro. That's kind of those like Swifty one-shot macros, right? Where there's a bunch of non-global cooldown abilities in there, like back in the day where you could do like Avatar and Recklessness and then like there was like Inner Rage and all this other stuff all this stuff was not on global cooldown. You could put that all in one macro and do some really fun stuff with it. But more things are on GCD now in BFA, and more things are on GCD in Classic as well. I also have a D-stance taunt macro for if I want to just quickly taunt something. Charge is battle stance, charge, hamstring, start attack. Let's see what else. We have sweeping strikes, which is just battle stance, sweeping strikes. You're going to see a lot of macros like this. Wherever I want to press an ability that requires a certain stance, I'm going to have a macro that shows the tooltip for that ability, puts me in the appropriate stance, casts the ability, and probably starts my auto attack too. You may as well. Like even in Berserker Rage, we'll have my start attack in there just to be safe. So execute is the same thing. Doesn't have a stance requirement, but you know, if you're just on your mount walking at somebody and you want to press execute on them, you know, if you're not attacking them already, you'll do an auto attack and execute, right? Basically the same thing. Pummel goes to Berserker stance, pummels. Rend goes into battle stance, rends. You don't have to be in battle stance to rend, but I mean, if in Berserker stance, I'll have it put me in battle stance to rend. Like if I'm fighting a rogue and I don't have a rend on him yet, and I want to swap the battle stance to do it, that'll do it. Overpower, same thing, battle stance, overpower, and then my shield swap macro. So very basic stuff, mostly just stance macros and weapon swap macros are what I have right now, but that gets the job done. I think I've added a few add-ons to my list. I could make an updated add-ons video, but what we're going to do is just probably tell you what's updated. What you're seeing for my maps is Leatrix maps. It's really nice. Leatrix is an add-on that does a lot of different stuff than Leatrix maps. It's something that adds on to it. Right here on the side, I have an extended quest log that does other fun stuff as well. That would be Monkey Quest. If you guys want to get Monkey Quest, you can do that. My bag add-on is called Inventorian, and that's kind of what makes my bag look like this. Bagnon, I think, also works, but I've been liking the look of Inventorian, so that's what I've been using. And I think that's about the updates. Oh, and I've been using TSM a little bit more. I think I had this in my other add-ons video, but I didn't actually use it yet. I've been learning how to use it a little bit more, and it's been fun. But that's the basics behind my add-ons updates and whatnot. But yeah, my character path has been fun so far. I want to see if I can remember how I leveled. We went from Elwyn, then we went all the way up to Loch Modan, and then from Loch Modan, I think we went all the way over to Darkshore. After Darkshore, I think we came back down and did a couple Dead Mines runs, and then we must have gone from Dead Mines up to, I think that's when we quested in Wetlands. Quested up to Wetlands, then we came actually back down into Darkshire, and then after Darkshire, we were level like 30 or something, so maybe we went over to Ashenvale. Then after Ashenvale, I think we did like a little bit of stuff in Stone Talon for like a second. Probably came back and did some Stockades runs as well, somewhere in there. And then I think Ashenvale was after Duskwood. And then I don't know where we go after that. We've been questing a little bit in Stranglethorn. Oh no, we went up to South Shore, and then Stranglethorn. So that's been so much fun. My favorite zones are the ones with all the PvP in it. So South Shore and Stranglethorn have been super fun. We did a little bit of stuff over in like 1000. Well, no, we did like a gigantic like flight path run. Then we went to Desolus to quest there for a little while. I wasn't a big fan of Desolus, so probably won't quest there again. But now my plan is to probably do a little bit of Swamp of Sorrows, do a little bit of Arathi, and probably do a little bit of Badlands, because now we're getting to the point where we have some really fun dungeons. So once again, I mean, we'll do some quests. We'll check out the zones because I want to see the zones. It's important to me, you know, to have that classic experience and see what these storylines are like, see what's interesting to me. But I definitely want to get some dungeons in, and then there's some cool dungeons coming up. Zul'Farrak is gonna be fun. Not Desolus. Ultimate is gonna be fun. So lots of really cool stuff on the way for us that I'm looking forward to doing. And of course, we'll be keeping you guys in the loop on that on YouTube and on Twitch. If you guys want to tune into the live streams, that'll be at twitch.tv/Bajheera. You guys can follow me. Obviously, subscribe on YouTube for more content here. Check out Twitter and Instagram at Bajheera WoW as well. And stay tuned for the continued journey. The Classic's been a blast. We're going to keep it rolling. We'll see you guys then. Peace.